On November 15th, 2021, President Joe Biden signed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act into law, marking a momentous and historic achievement for our country. Although this bill is by no means all we need to accomplish this Congress, it fulfills a crucial component of our domestic democratic agenda. This transformative package contains key funding and policies that can modernize our country's physical infrastructure for the 21st century. It is also a package that encompasses a variety of my personal priorities, such as enhanced safety, promoting equity, and increased funding for passenger rail, public transit, bridges, roads, clean water, and broadband. In total, Massachusetts is set to receive more than $9 billion. And it might wind up $10 billion, $11 billion, $12 billion. We're going to be very competitive in looking at each and every one of these programs to ensure that Massachusetts gets what it needs. Because we have a chance here to revolutionize our infrastructure while prioritizing equity and safety throughout our Commonwealth. Our state is expected to receive, for example, $4.2 billion for road improvements in communities all across the state, $1.1 billion for replacing our bridges, repairing our bridges. So many of them are in a state of disrepair. There's going to be $2.5 billion for public transportation systems, like the MBTA, but like systems all across our state. And $1.1 billion for clean drinking water and safe wastewater management. Hundreds of millions of dollars, likely between $400 million and $800 million, but probably heading towards the larger number for broadband access for every single person, small business inside the state. This is much needed to deal with the digital divide, to ensure that everyone is a part of this broadband economy of the 21st century. And we're going to be receiving the money that will have us have the capability of bridging those divides. And as part of a climate revolution, $63 million for Massachusetts for electric vehicle charging infrastructure. We're going to have to move very rapidly to this new era of all electric vehicles, and the funding is in this legislation to help us get a great start. And we can also compete for new grant opportunities. I helped create a program including $12.5 billion in bridge investments, as well as a $12 billion initiative that mirrors my Brain Train Act, which will support intercity passenger rail service in historically unconnected communities throughout our state and throughout the region. With these kinds of investments, we can finally begin the process of replacing the Cape Cod bridges, for example, while ensuring that we have resilient infrastructure for our coastal communities facing the growing threat of climate change. We can advance essential projects like East-West Rail and connect every part of our state to the innovation economy while reducing traffic congestion and reducing pollution by getting more cars off of the road. We can ensure that every child from the Berkshires to Boston has the opportunity to do their homework or to write their term paper from home with high-speed internet broadband as a utility rather than some kind of discretionary program for every family, every child. It has to be like heat or hot water. It's essential for every family, essential for every small business, essential for every school, essential for every part of life in the 21st century. That is what we have to do. We have to totally democratize access to the internet for every single person in Massachusetts and our whole country. That's what this bill helps to accomplish. And we can update our water infrastructure and expand access to clean drinking water for every person in our state. And we can deploy a network of electric vehicle charging stations to kickstart Again, as I said, that EV revolution right here at home. We're going to be at the forefront of that revolution because that's who we are. We're not just the Bay State, we're the brain state. We know we have to move to an electric, renewable economy so that we dramatically reduce our greenhouse gases. We want to be the leader, not just in the United States, but globally, because that's what Massachusetts has always been. And ultimately, there are so many other things in this package that every city and town will be able to do something special. So, for example, the infrastructure package also includes significant investments in our airports and in our ports to ensure our supply chains run smoothly and effectively during this holiday season, but every holiday season. And with every infrastructure investment, we have the opportunity to create good paying jobs and spur economic growth all across the Commonwealth.